Well, speaking of setting the alarm, let's talk about this back to school, because I know that Andy and I are getting ready to send the little boys back to school, and before long the alarm clocks will be ringing, hopefully at the appropriate time, and it will be a little bit earlier than they're accustomed to this summer. The backpacks will be full and the kids will be heading off to school. Amanda Thomas from Moxie Girl Household Assistance here to help us ease that transition, which undoubtedly is a difficult one for not only the kids, but moms and dads as well.
More for the parents.
Exactly. There's much more stress on us to really kind of make the system move smoothly and get the kids out without having fights in the morning, you know?
Yep. Well, the key is all about the preparation. So if you're starting school beginning of August, I know some schools are actually starting this coming Monday.
Right.
But you know, as soon as you can, start trying to get the kids back into the routine. Getting them to bed early, limiting their Facebook time or their computer time at night, taking the computers out of the room so they're not staying up too late.
Right.
So that way they can actually start getting up early, and that first day of school won't be such a shock to them.
I know. There's always the excitement of the first day of school. It's really like the second day of school that all the drama really begins. But you've got some real good tips, and they start with basically preparation with their clothes.
Yeah, it's preparation across the board. So that first day of school, the night before, make sure that your kids have their outfits laid out. You know, especially if you've got a little girl, it's a little bit more, it's a little tougher than with the little boys.
It's true. With the little girl, you get the fun, you know, dressing them up and doing their hair and all the little girly stuff, but you also get the drama of what to wear.
Yeah, so make sure you have everything from the shirt to the shoes to the accessories, everything laid out the night before. That way, in the morning, they can just get up and get dressed, and they don't have to think about it. They don't have a meltdown.
And you can also delegate that to them to do alone.
Oh, absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely. Same thing with the backpacks. Make sure everything is packed the night before, both on the first day of school, but then also moving forward. You don't want to be rushing around the morning of school trying to figure out where everything is. So
what we recently did is we had to put a hook on the back of the back door where we go out to the garage, because I don't know why, but my son's backpack are like socks in the dryer. It just gets lost, and I don't understand, from the door to basically, you know, I don't know. He loses his backpack. But that's a good tip too.
Yeah, absolutely. Have you can get those little 3M hooks and just stick them on.
That's what I did.
They're not permanent. If it doesn't work, you can always move it. But yeah, have one centralized location that they always put their backpack, so you're not looking for it.
Packing lunch boxes is always. If you wait till the morning of, I don't know why it takes exponentially more time than if you do it the night before.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's just distracted or what, but
yeah, make sure it's all packed up. You have your ice in the freezer ready to go, but everything else can be packed into your lunchbox. Make sure that you've got healthy snacks ready, also healthy breakfast. Things to remember, and that we see a lot with our clients working in their homes. Make sure your kids aren't getting too much sugar in the morning. So look for quick and easy options like granola bars that are lower in sugar and more higher with nuts and whole grains.
Okay.
Just have those options ready for them.
Sometimes I like to actually pack one in the backpack that doesn't go in the lunchbox, because he can't even make it like home without saying I'm starving.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
that's another little tip.
Yeah, and then the final thing is just our family calendar. Make sure that you have one of these by the door, right by where you keep the backpack is great. That way when your kids get home, it can be their job each day to take out any papers that need to be signed and just stick them right on the board for you.
So really, it doesn't have to be anything fancy as we see here. You just kind of write the first day of school in. I know that in the past, we've also heard here on Sonoran Living that having each child be a different color really works, right?
It sure does. Yeah, you can get the dry erase markers in lots of different colors. Have your kids pick which color's their favorite that they want to do, as long as it's not going to cause a meltdown over those choices. But yeah, if you have them colored in, that way you know real easily which child has something going on that day.
And when we talk about preparation, I know we've talked about this before, that on the first day of school, Mom and Dad always like to take lots of pictures. So we really need to budget that into our morning time. If it's going to take 15 minutes, let's get the kids up 15 minutes earlier so we can take the pictures and not be late for the first day of school, right?
Yeah, yep, absolutely. And tell the kids, you know, that you're budgeting that into their time. Have them set their own alarm clocks. They can get themselves up. They're going to have that excitement already, so it should be easier to get up that first morning. But again, get them into that routine early, so that way it makes the first week of school a lot easier.
A lot easier. A lot easier. Have you have kids?
I don't.
You don't have kids. You can borrow mine if you want. I'm happy to loan them. All right, great information. And if you need help with just kind of the daily operations or maybe some organizational tips, you can always give Amanda a call. She's over at